Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, this week's episode of Retry, it was pretty entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. The weird things with the overall character switch was quite interesting. I need to figure out how to switch my character. Um, but other than that, I mean, this show hasn't really like garnered any type of like huge, like even bigger surprises, because I have kind of expectations for something to pop off in this show. Um, Rather that be, you know, uh, some ridiculous battles or uh, actually understanding why he was taken into the game and maybe finding out that there is other types of demons out there that he should probably be fighting and uh, I don't know. I'm just hoping that there's actually something down the line of this show instead of just giving us uh, you know just great fights here and there. I hope that it actually leads to something at the end of the day. But if not, uh, it's definitely got potential. Like this show has a lot of potential. Not only that, the sister of the maid is actually pretty funny, so it's not like that actually it's not like she was, a character that comes in and no one actually would want to see her like play out. So that was good. I'm glad that she's like pretty funny. So her persona pretty much is just be the dopest, like hardcorest person, and then after that, you never show like your you never show your weak side and stuff like that. So as soon as she shows any of this like compassion and that she's actually nice and humble, it it takes us straight into a guy who got like shot by like 70 arrows and then uh with the animation, which some people are not really happy about, you see that freaking somehow, some way, this man has like pulled out all the arrows besides one, and then and then he's like the guy who lives to pretty much hear uh, that she can be humbled or she could be nice to somebody without completely calling them like 100 million like cuss words pretty much. So uh, I don't know. I thought it was a good way to kind of give us an understanding of what this character can be about at times. Not only that, just the fact that whenever we see certain characters like she's powerful, and the only reason why she was losing going for both the sisters in this part is because they had something in a box named Hades that pretty much took their divine protection away. So in a way, they are kind of cheating too. Like they literally can they literally can have some type of protection that not only gives them an advantage on the battlefield, but seemingly could maybe give their troops an advantage too, if they can cast it upon them. But it doesn't seem to be the case with how quickly the Demon Lord took out a lot of them. But can we really compare the Demon Lord to, these like grunts, or like these Satanists that come here who clearly need the help of whoever is probably the main head of all of this. But overall, there's not a lot to go off of in this show in the case of like this for sure is going to happen and this for sure is going to happen. All we know is that there's definitely two sides of this summoning ritual. Like somebody wanted one thing and another person wanted another thing, and we ended up with what we got in the Demon Lord, our main guy coming to the game in general. So that's another thing for them to pretty much just clear up over time. So I'm looking forward to that, and if they can, make it compelling, or they could just make it entertaining overall, then I think the show will be fine. Not only that, it's probably gonna be a little bit better than most inspect, because the animation definitely is to be like upgraded. But to be fair, the story has like this weird balance between I, I'm gonna do whatever I want, and whenever I do whatever I want, it's gonna happen pretty much. That's kind of how he lives this life. And to finish the video off talking about his actual form that takes out all the Satanists and can pretty much, well, here's the weird part of it is they don't what they don't really elaborate on after the Satan like ability attacks the girls is, once our main character is like once he's like getting noticed by it, all of a sudden he's going into this part in his mind, and not only in his mind, like he's fighting with the ring that he has that's pretty much telling him like, hey, you have a grenade, how about you take it out and throw it? So it almost has, because it's attached to him, it can like read his mind, or even has seen into what his our timeline has, because this world doesn't look like it would have grenades in it if they're using arrows and swords and stuff. I mean, I understand the magic, but a grenade? Why would this ring know about a grenade? And that's what kind of like drew me into the ring, maybe drawing us into somebody. Like maybe there's something the ring can do to get its own body and conscience back, so he doesn't have to ride out with, this guy. And that was kind of the true task that was dwelled on him, is whenever this ring truly makes its move, you need to be the one to stop it or something. I'm not sure. Uh, but if I was a guessing man, that would be my guess on that for now anyway. Crap. And for now, I'm trying to think of what else we could be seeing, regardless of, you know, everything else that's going to be popping off. Not a lot of people have given me a good enough reason to like just drop a show uh, and be like, hey, just because I saw this, you should never watch it again. Like no one's ever given me the an actual like deep cut meaning to get rid of a show. So if that ever happens, I'll definitely let you guys know. And for right now, let's give this show its proper 12 episode or 13 episode send off that we're probably gonna get from it. And if it doesn't do well, I hope that we can at least maybe still see something of it, as in like it doesn't, the fandom or like just the overall non-cry for it doesn't, destroy the chances of it getting any more types of like animation and stuff. So all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I am trying to platinum a lot of games, so you might see me playing some old school games here and there, and I'm just waiting for some new games to drop. Like, there's nothing really new out that I haven't played, and that's a problem. So, as soon as we get some more new games out, I'll be popping off on those, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace.